Finally, we will introduce our third finalists, the project team leaders for the Zoological Society's Empathy for Animals project, Beth Heller and Chuck Rodell.
Good morning, Rotary. My name is Chuck Radel, and I'm a co-chair of this project with Joe Kressel and Beth Heller. I'm also a on the board of directors at the Zoological Society of Milwaukee, same as Joe. He happens to be monitoring from Florida currently, so couldn't join us. Both Joe and I wear dual hats as board members at the zoo and being active Rotary members. So this is something near and dear to our hearts. I'd like to quickly start by introducing the zoo director, Amos Morris, and the CEO of the Zoological Society, Jody Gibson, who are the leaders of this public-private partnership. Amos and Jody, if you could please stand, so we can give you a warm Rotary welcome. Thank you. So why this project, and what does it mean to me as a Rotarian and a zoo board member? I had to think about it when we first started talking about this, and how can the zoo and the Rotary partner together, and it's what I see as a very fun and collaborative project. I'm proud to be a board member for the zoo. The mission itself is to educate people about animals and their habitats, conserve wildlife, and support the Milwaukee County Zoo. I'm here also because our leadership believes in the importance of the Empathy for Wildlife Performing Arts project, and I'm excited to invite Rotary to get involved. You'll be involved with a trusted organization that impacts well over 1 million people each year at the zoo. Others look to us to learn about what it means to have a strong public-private partnership, which includes shared visioning and effective governance. Nationally, the Zoo Society is a founding member of the Advancing Conservation Through Empathy for Wildlife Network, ACE for Wildlife. That's how researchers have found to best prepare and motivate children as well as adults to take conservation action. And if you haven't been to the zoo in a while, you may not be aware of the current practices that have elevated animal care, but that's been elevated very significantly, including physical, social, intellectual, and emotional well-being for the animals, both at the zoo and in the wild. So why does this fit Rotary? I see this as a perfect way for Rotary to once again join forces with the zoo. If you remember our Rotary through the years that we did last year, the zoo, or the Rotary was very instrumental in helping move the zoo from Washington Park to the current location. Rotary has been involved with the zoo a lot through the years. So in this new project, we would get to focus on development with teaching, volunteer opportunities, outreach throughout Milwaukee, which will engage kids that otherwise might not get these opportunities. We'll have them come to the zoo, as well as we will be taking the shows to them throughout the city. Why now? 2024 marks the start of a new approach for our arts integrated program. Beth will be speaking to some of these changes in a moment. By the summer, we anticipate completing the first ever comprehensive strategic plan for the combined zoo and society. Early results of that work are shaping the priorities of the project, which is empathy for wildlife, cultivating conservation leaders in our community, and positive connections to the animals and to nature. In 2022, we hired Armstrong McGuire, which is a consultant, to conduct a program assessment with our performing arts schools and community stakeholders. This project directly responds to their feedback. Rotary's investment in the physical infrastructure and the commissioning of a new show will have lasting impact for our audiences for years to come. To share more about the educational impacts, I'd like to welcome Beth Heller, our Vice President of Programming, to the mic.
Thank you, Chuck. So why empathy for wildlife? Empathy cultivates an understanding that what is healthy for animals and nature is also healthy for our communities. Based in conservation science, this project also engages students in the foundation of understanding empathy, which includes these key 4 understandings: taking perspective, setting aside judgment, understanding others, and communicating that understanding. But it doesn't just build empathy skills. Fostering empathy for wildlife also motivates people to take conservation action. And on top of that, students will benefit from they will build important lifelong skills for their own mental health and well-being. So why the performing arts? Arts integrated education is an accessible way for students to engage, to tapping their imagination and bringing beauty into their learning process. And many students do not have access to performing arts within their schools. There are 4 components to this project. The first one is stage improvement. And what we're really looking to do is create spaces that inspire a connection to nature. We also want to protect the audience from harmful sun rays. You can see here that the bleachers are full except for where there's no sunshade. So we'd really like to make this more comfortable for our audiences. This is also a great space for Rotary to be recognized and leave our mark. So we want to be proud of this space. The other aspects of this transformational programming include, a project includes new programming. So the first part of that is commissioning a new show that creates performances aligned with empathy for wildlife practices that we will start performing in 2026 and on. It delivers shows to Rotary Club's high priority schools and communities, providing an opportunity for Rotary to bring our partners to the table. And we'll deliver shows for free for guests in our beautiful new space. The impact and reach, like Chuck mentioned, we did an assessment of this program with partners who'd been engaged in theater programming with us for about 14 years. They said, great job, we need to do some things differently. So Rotary will help us respond to our existing schools and community partners that would like to see these changes. Ultimately, reaching 17,000 students every year at their schools and another 30,000 youth and their families at the zoo. In addition, there are quite a few ways that we can get Rotary's name out into the community to showcase Rotary's investment. We believe this is poised for growth. It's a really strong project that has existing partners. We already mentioned the public-private partnership with the zoo. The zoo is offered to help with installation and facilities improvement at the stage. We have funding partners that support program delivery, and that is on the increase. We've, in the last year, increased the number of people and the amount of dollars supporting this program. And this year, we piloted a earned revenue process, and we have already exceeded our goals for the year, and we still have a fall season ahead of us with that goal. So I do invite you all to take a look at our full proposals. This budget is a summary of the 3-year project. It's a $1.5 million project over 3 years. What you will notice when you look at this is that the Rotary contribution is really focused on reaching our high priority community. We are focused on delivering the transformational aspects of this. We have other donors that are supporting the ongoing programming, and that is quite strong. So we are leveraging existing support for the program. What I wanted to end on is just to give you a sense of what it looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like to go through this kind of change for a program. The very first part of this transformation was to create a new theme song. It is being piloted with schools as we speak. This demonstrates ways in which students will engage with the program. Please notice at the end of this video, you will see the artist, led by this local musician, Be Free, and our urban youth. This demonstrates the kind of work that we are anticipating doing with Rotary to engage our kids. So please enjoy our new theme song. That'll give you a good sense of what we are looking to produce.
Hey, 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 everybody. It's Wildlife Theater time. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Let's go!
Tell me, can you see?
Tell me, can you see?
How the animals have come to be.
How the animals have come to be.
Every creature land or sea.
Every creature land or sea.
Is deserving of our empathy.
Is deserving of our empathy.
It's gonna take a lot of work to save the world. And it starts with every kid and boy and girl.
So Chuck and I rehearsed this a lot of times so we would have room for questions, knowing it's so easy to go over. So I think we do have a minute or two.
Yeah, we have time for about 1 or 2 questions for Chuck and Beth. If you'd like to ask a question, you may use this microphone here.
Might as well use the time. So projecting how many kids will this be touching? Is there an idea of what the projection might look like for the program and its impact?
Yeah, so we are anticipating about 17,000 students every year. And that is, it could increase after that, right? We're anticipating the audiences would get bigger with the popularity of the program, but that is a conservative estimate based on what we've been able to deliver to schools in the past. And that is just with the school program. In addition, we're anticipating about 30,000 people per year